A global shift is beginning from decarbonizing eco-idealism toward adaptive eco-realism. This can be either passive or active. The former would not be sufficiently capable of reducing the vulnerability of anthropic systems to climate change. The latter, however, would, through technological innovations and developments in environmental theory, for example, a. New ekistic engineering approaches to reduce the vulnerability of structures and infrastructures. B. Harmonization between economic and environmental sustainability. C. Acceleration of the spread of decarbonizing nuclear energy, which then offsets the extension of fossil fuel usage times. D. Biotechnologies to increase both the resilience of plants to climatic extremes, particularly in relation to desertification, and biodiversity in general, a new sector that could be defined as biocybernation. The mutation of the environment, to which anthropic systems have adapted for more than 1,000 years, compels the elaboration of a new adaptive culture endowed with greater capacity to intervene in natural cycles, particularly through terraforming and artificial ecology. There will be strong resistance from eco-conservatives who defend the autonomy of natural cycles even at the cost of severe economic and social damage. Yet reality will exert a powerful re-educational push, already evident in the annual environmental meeting in Brazil, in the extension of combustion engine timelines, and in dozens of reconsiderations against forced decarbonization with depressive and environmentally. However, in order to leap within useful timeframes, about 6 to 7 decades, from the illusory eco-politics based solely on decarbonization combined with depressive prohibitions, the construction of a new project of artificial ecology must be accelerated, to provide a clear alternative to the failure of conservative eco-politics lamented by the UN. And also to the failure of eco-negationism, a form of passive eco-adaptation, practiced by many who exploit the relative slowness of climate change while nonetheless increasing the frequency of extreme weather phenomena with catastrophic impacts. Am I invoking the acceleration of a philosophy that inspires and legitimizes the creation of new eco-adaptive technological prostheses? Certainly, I have been committed to contributing to this for decades. Yet I believe that the strength of concrete examples is more important for the cultural shift necessary to build consensus for the eco-realistic turn. Must we invent absolute novelties? No, there already exists a multiplicity of inventions with eco-generative potential, but they are blocked or slowed by the dominance of eco-conservatism. Therefore, the new philosophy or eco-generative doctrine has a task not necessarily easier, but more targeted, to grant greater freedom to experiments in new artificial ecology, so that a variety of technologies may emerge, allowing investment finance to select the most promising ones and governments to lift restrictions, while still fulfilling their duty to regulate innovations. In summary, the new eco-adaptation requires more experimental freedom in order to create and to secure the funding to make it happen. Cultural priority? First humanity, then nature, modifying it in order to save both.